What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play series of Stranded Alien Dawn. We're almost at the end now. There's only so much left to do. Krista, who is a scientific genius, is just brute forcing her way through all of this research here. We even got a little upgrade through a data core, which I didn't even think was possible. But upon completion of the data core mission, we unlocked a new breakthrough. So if you don't have a breakthrough that I got, just keep doing missions until you eventually get a data core, which that really makes me happy. If I can do a survival series and get data core missions, that means I can get everything in the game. On top of my other preferred mission, my absolute favorite one, the self-destruct mission, which allows us to get the combat and power upgrades if you don't already have them, as certain seeds will give you certain breakthroughs off the get-go. So mine was an upgraded version of the 3D printer, allowing us to 3D print anything, more or less. I forget what the other ones were. Sleep deprivation training, another useful one. And I can't remember what the other ones were. But they were useful, I'm sure. I think one was like for a pistol, I can't remember. Yeah, can't remember. But I'm gonna go ahead and let them do what they do as I get my favorite consumable on the planet prepared, ye old cup of coffee. I swear at this point, I'm like 5% coffee by volume. No, I'm probably about 10% coffee by volume. There's probably more more coffee running through my veins than white blood cells at this point. It's not the white blood cells doing the job, it's the coffee killing off everything. I don't hit coffee doesn't kill off everything. That's not how it works, you guys. I'm not a scientific or medical professional. I am a lazy gamer, okay? Let's be perfectly honest. I'm not fooling nobody. Have you seen my thumbnails? Come on. I barely have time to wipe my own butt after I take a poop. Jeez. Busy doing this, busy doing that. Thank God I have enough time to do that. Jesus. I don't know. I'd probably, bite a bullet if they didn't have toilet paper. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I barely have time to do anything during the daytime. It's only after my kid goes to sleep that I truly get my own time. No, that's a lie. My mornings. My mornings, I kind of have some time to myself. My wife, she watches our daughter in the morning. I take over in the afternoon. And then after dinner, it's kind of like the two of us. I do have a little bit more time to myself than she does. Which, honestly, I could work on that a little bit. Everybody can work on that, honestly. There's always room for improvement. I don't always practice what I preach, though. I really should. Let's see here. We got some missions I can run, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and run a mission with Raka, and I might send somebody else with him. Control module debris. I'm gonna send Raka since he's got the 6 physical. That's enough to keep that one going. And then Explorer. I'm gonna send Ken. Screw it. I've got 255 scraps. Salvaging some regular scrap on top of some other metal alloys, which are going straight into what they need to be turned into, which is electronics, CPUs, AI core, base upgrades. I didn't even notice. And, ooh, yeah, that was a piping hot sip. Go ahead and start that up. But I didn't even notice we got this done. Nice. We got about 2K generation. Oh, these are going to be topped off in no time. Oh, Katina's getting straight to it. Get it, Katina. Krista had a research breakthrough. Oh, she had a huge breakthrough. Look at that. Massive breakthrough. Very girthy breakthrough. I wonder why that's not getting built. Is it ever going to get built? They did the other one, so it's definitely got to get built at some point. Oh, nice. We're finally getting some new weapons. I'm over here pacing back and forth with a cup of coffee in my hand, occasionally setting it down to use my secondary hand, like right now. Let's see here. A noise. Take a peek at what's making the noise. It's got a pile of scrap underneath it. Bite it. Good job. The other reason I sent Rocco. Rocco's got an okay combat skill. It's him, Ken, and Chrisu who have the 3 highest. Go there immediately, or rich rocks. Get some extra metal going. I got a huge stockpile of that generated. I get a ton of that. Let me see here. I think now's a good time to harvest the silicone leaves that are around my base, as they are needed desperately. And I don't have any more around my base. Mine are growing. I'm going through them that quickly. Let's take a look around and harvest all of them that are around the base. It's middle of summer, which means they all should be available to harvest. But in doing so, we're going to remove it off of the map from that location, which is why it's really important to observe these things before you go and just, harvest all of them. Nice, got a decent bit done with that. Now, I'm really gonna need to find 4 survivors that don't have meltdowns and then just do a playthrough with them. Or hopefully there's 6. I don't honestly know how many there are, but I'm gonna do a no meltdown series. A no meltdown. Hopefully there's only one, because I can do a no meltdown and survival series, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a solo survival, by the way, not just survival series, but a solo survival. You have to also complete a scenario with a single survival, and I want to try and do those at the same time. So I know there's already one that doesn't have any meltdowns at all, so I'm going to use them, and then, if there aren't any more, then that will just work into my favor. But I'm probably going to have to do it on medium, not a too hard of a difficulty, because it is a single person, and I'm still kind of learning this game. Now, I know majority of it at this point, but I'm still learning, the advanced tips and tricks, building stuff, how to funnel enemies the way I want them to go, that kind of stuff. Like, I've got this gate open, so they just, march all the way down here. So I think on my advanced playthrough, I might just have like a centralized building, one way to get into it, and then just make a spiraling maze somehow, or try and figure out the way that the the enemy's path and what they're willing to go through. Because if it's like 7 days to die pathing, they'll take the path of least resistance, which means they'll just go through all the traps. And they'll go around and around and around and around and around and around until their heads fall off, and yours, from just watching them going around. You'll get dizzy really quickly. So if it operates that way, then I can effectively just put a spiral trap base around my base, and then put gates here and there of the highest quality of carbon, and then stagger them so it's not straight through. And just in case the enemy wants to go for, oh look, another mech core. Just in case they want to go for the path of least resistance as well, which would be going through those gates. But I've got to test a couple things before I go on that hardest difficulty. I got to feel confident enough, because I'm going to be doing it for you guys as well, trying to do a let's play, which that's going to be hard. Not going to lie, anything can happen in this game, so doing a let's play is going to be rather difficult. I'm still going to try it though. I'm going to try all these different series, as I do enjoy this game, and I didn't think that it got enough attention. I mean, yeah, it's got a couple bugs here and there, but there's no hackers. There's no real, what's the word I'm looking for? No real hardcore bugs. Like, there's no game-breaking, there we go. There's no game-breaking bugs, okay? And majority of the time when something's not working, it's because you yourself have it set up wrong. When things don't work in this game, generally the only thing that you have to blame is yourself, which I love these games. They really get to showcase a player's ability. Like, you can go and download a cheat on Call of Duty and then, upload content and pretend that you're good, which I see that all the time. But you can do that kind of stuff and pretend. Oh yeah, I'm so good, look at me. Oh, my aimbot, my wall hacks, and my this and my that are all doing it for me. But I'm so good, you guys. You guys suck. That takes absolutely no skill. All that takes is your daddy's credit card. But these kind of games, there's like no real cheat codes. There's no real AI that they have that can run them. So if you fail, it's usually a skill issue. Sometimes it's RNGesus, okay? Sometimes RNGesus just wants you to die. And sometimes he wants you to win. Have you made peace with your RNGesus? I'd recommend doing it today. Especially if you're a gamer. Like, RNGesus is like part of our religion. For anybody saying, oh, that's sacrilege, no, RNGesus is just, random number generator. I call it RNGesus because half the time you're like, come on, please, 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 please. You're like almost praying for it to work. It's more of a joke than anything. I'm not making fun of the one, okay? Not happening. I don't make fun of anybody's God. Just in the off chance that, we're wrong and you made fun of that other person's God and that just so happens to be the actual God. Nope, sorry. You're screwed. Now, obviously, I believe in Jesus and Christianity, but I do keep an open mind. I'm not going to shun other people and tell them they're wrong in their beliefs. I can't say that I haven't had a spiritual moment. Everybody gets them. That's why we believe in, higher powers, because we have those moments that shake us to our foundation and, open our eyes to possibilities, endless possibilities. Now let's see here. Where are these animals attacking us from? And here I go. Like almost every video, I keep trying to tell myself at the beginning of it, we're not gonna talk about religion. We're not gonna talk about politics. We're not going to talk about real life. And for some reason, I can't keep to that. So hopefully I'm not boring you or putting anybody off with the way I'm talking. I want this to be a gaming channel. Not there's plenty of, IRL talking channels. There's plenty of gaming channels that have their own podcasts and such. There's plenty of all of that. I just want to focus on my gaming. This is the part I enjoy. Uh-oh. Draft. You behind a wall. We're not losing these ones, you guys. Draft. Get behind a wall. Draft. Get behind the wall. Something's getting attacked. Oh no. Oh no. Girl. Vanessa. Vanessa. Look out behind you, Vanessa. Vanessa. Pay attention. Okay, that's it. She's not going to pay attention. Everybody else will. Draft everybody. Get over here. Seriously? I draft everybody and they do nothing. Okay. So occasionally, like I said, you get those bugs that can be a little bit annoying. Sad running wander. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Undraft. The bots took care of it. Perfect timing, bots. Okay, that means I can now undraft those, and they can go back to work. I don't need you butchering, bud. I mean, honestly, I can disable all of these. I already have a whole fridge of them. Cancel that. Cancel that. I said, what is going on? Good Lord. Cancel. Okay. There was some nonsense afoot. I won't even do that one either. Okay, so let me take a look at my traps. I've got majority of the things I want built. Getting the roof constructed. All right. Construction. Pop those out. All right, so let me take a look at research. See how much longer Chris has got going. Okay. All right, so the roof's nearly done. Thank God. Probably going to leave several gap space in between, and then just run a big, as big as I can make it anyway, a gigantic solar roof. And they're done harvesting, which means all of that should go into here and be done. Tomorrow, Rocco will finish the ceiling, hopefully. And the day after, I was like, is somebody clapping? I forgot they're out harvesting at night. Okay, Rock needs to continue doing what he's doing. I need more scraps. Ken's running out of places to harvest from. Buttermelon pie, veggie pizzas. Make the smoked wheat tea first. Do I need raw smoked leaf? Really? Okay. Yeah, I guess harvest until, I don't know, 200? Okay, so raw smoked leaf can go here. So I'm gonna hit the store here first option. A slot per accepted item. And then I'm going to disallow the retrieve function if it'll let me do it. Thank you. Alright, so that'll keep one stack. Since it's one slot per accepted item, we'll get one stack of the smoke leaf to be converted. I'll do that. And actually, no, I'm gonna make its own. That way, when I'm getting low, I can enable it when I want, and disable it when I get a stockpile. Before this gets built, disable both of those, and there we go. Yeah, thank God I put these electrical lightning rods out to protect these guys. Definitely learned my lesson after Paulette took a bolt of lightning to the face. She took it like a champ, too. Okay, so power is looking good. Now we got all 6 available. We are sitting on 1,200 or 1,400 power. No, 1,200 power. 12,000, sorry, 12,000 power. You got some more room for grain. Looks like I can hold 2,000 of everything. Definitely put it to use. Ooh, veggie oil. Oh, that's already limit reached. Never mind. And that's the syrup, and that's the moonshine. Okay. Looking good. Got a nice little mix in here of food items. Honestly, I'm about to change it to a freezer so that it doesn't spoil. It's refrigerated 8 days for all these food items. So, power, nope, storage, freezer. Do that. And then no raw food, no beverages. all the beverages, pickled vegetables. I don't know, what I can do is I can set this to not have raw food, as the cooked and the beverages, or the cooked at the very least, will go in there. So let's go ahead and disable cooked. Cooked will be indefinite in here from now on, not wasting resources. And then everything that's left over, refrigerated, is indefinite, which means I can then come back over here and disable the beverages, as they're going to be stored over here now. And all of our edible food is stacked away in something that is going to be surviving forever. Our people will take it out, it'll thaw out, and they'll eat it. See, here comes Grayson to get himself a frozen pizza. He goes to the table, and he starts enjoying his frozen pizza. They don't have to thaw it, it's already good to go. The second they touch it, it's Jesus! And the second they touch it, it's it's like thawed, I guess. Good Lord. Where's that at? How'd I not see that? Good God. Alright. It's because they're still pouring out of that same killer spot in the middle. They're all right here. Good God. Uh-oh. Get out of there. What are you doing? Alright, about half of them are already dead. And half of the half are almost dead. Down to the last 100, 50, 40, 20, 'Done. Before they could even attack. Alright, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select all of them, and we're going to not butcher them. There we go. And then we can undraft you. Get back to work. So how bad is our power? Empty in 6 hours. Yikes. What's wrong with this one? Oh, malfunction. No, it's still operating. It's just one of the devices affected. And that's rough. Just lost all my power production. Got a huge deficit to climb out of as soon as the sun comes up tomorrow and the solar eclipse is over. God. Yeah, things are going to be shutting off for tonight. That's going to be so annoying to listen to. Go away. Oh, the solar eclipse is gone. Thank God. but it's nighttime, so here it goes. We got a couple hours before that annoying constant reminder of, hey, you don't have power. Hey, you don't have power. Guess what I don't have? Power. You wanna know what I really want? Power. Oh? We got power! I just had to manifest it, that's all. All I wanted was power, and I got it. My batteries are gonna be full in 1 day, 3 hours, and this is a nighttime production, mind you. Imagine how long it's gonna take when the sun comes up in a couple hours. Are they playing little songs? They are playing little songs. That's cool. I never noticed that. Alright, full in 17 hours, 16 hours, and the sun's not even up yet. Full in 12 hours. Yeah, it's jumping all over the place. Shut up, horse. Nobody touched you. Get out of my house. My daughter has this little horse, like a stick with a horse head on it, and it has this little sound that it makes. Not sure if you guys could hear, but it just went off. But generally, you have to like move it for it to generate the horse sound that it was making. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Very sick. Red and purple, it looks like. Palpatine and Mace Windu, decided to duke it out, and that's what happened. So I got 100. This has been constructed over here, kind of. All of that's done all the way up to right here. So keep getting this construction going on these traps. And the combat mech has been researched. That just leaves two things, you guys. The orbital radio, which is the whole purpose of this playthrough, and the automaton upgrade, which I'm going to do that as we get this done. This is just like a side quest thing, but this is the main quest. We want to get the main quest done. Now that all of our research is completed. And I think, let me see how much time we got for this one. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to get all our survivors out in this one, but I think we'll be able to at least get majority of what we need done, as we're about halfway through the video now. I think another 30 minutes or so, Crystal will have that researched, assuming everything goes apace, and yeah, I say in the next 15 minutes that gets done, and then we get the satellite, the orbital satellite, and then we have to build, it's more like a desk that we have to build, and then we have to build the 2 antennae, which those are the satellites. I just had to chug my coffee real quick before it got cold. I hate cold coffee. I hate cold coffee that started off hot. Okay, let me put it that way. I don't have nothing against cold coffee. I enjoy cold coffee when it's really hot out and I need something to wake me up. I'll drink it cold. Okay? But if it's not hot outside, it's always a hot coffee for me. No cream, no sugar. the way it was intended. I don't need to church my coffee up, turn it into a dessert, if you will. Dessert coffee is more for like the younger folks. Like once you hit like 30, you start to enjoy the finer things in life. Mainly because your dentist tells you if you don't cut out on the sugar, you're going to lose all your teeth. Your doctor tells you if you don't cut out on the sugar, you're going to become a diabetic. You overconsume milk, it gives you the bubble gut. So, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, milk doesn't give me a problem. I'll drink that shit straight, or I'll drink it straight from a gallon. I'll drink a whole gallon in like 2-3 days. No, not a problem. Straight from the cart. Not a problem. Besides the weight gain in my stomach. For some reason, my stomach just likes to hold on to it. Paulette's idling. Ooh. I don't know what to tell you, Paulette. Cook? You already did that. Plant? I don't know. No, because that's already all been done too. This is about the time where you start getting animals. Give your people things to do. But I don't have time for that here. I mean, I can start to get a layout down for them, but it really would just be a waste of time. My main goal is already upon us. We're 18% of the orbital radio completed. Once that gets done, I'm getting my people out of here and finishing this off. I have several other playthroughs of this game to do, several other trophies to attempt, challenges to complete. Like the Solo Survival Challenge, I have to do the No Meltdown Challenge to get the Platinum Trophy. I have to do, it's not a no meltdown, it's no more than 5 meltdowns. But I have to have that one going. I have to have a couple different things going. Now, at least on the plus side of that, my garden will be extremely small, as I'll only be feeding one person. So, my garden's probably going to be about this size for all of my food. Probably just like these two combined will be all of the food stuff. Another little block about yay big will be all of it. Well, I'll probably have this one be the same size, just because this is needed for, constructing the house and all the other stuff. The solar roof and whatnot, you need this stuff. And then a couple other things with this. Nice, they got the laser pistol. Who needs a weapon? Katina needs a weapon. Okay, okay. Vanessa's got a pulse rifle. I want Paulette to have a pulse rifle. And I want... Where's Grayson? I want Grayson to likewise have a pulse rifle. And then what that will do is it'll open up Krista for a pistol until we can get her a sniper. I mean, it's just a regular pistol, but it's something better than a bow and arrow. Let me get the laser pike. Let me see this. Grayson, likewise, get a laser pike. Okay, so I already have my AI corns in my my inventory. He's about to get working on these, and then he's going to do the pulse rifles last because I want the snipers before the pistols. Because there's going to be more snipers than pistols. Pistols are going to be like maybe like one or two, like not even. It's going to be like one person with a pistol. So I want these done. Definitely the railgun. Ken, Raka, and Kristen need a better weapon. Alright, then let me take a look at research. What was that, 35%? What's going on over here? I'm making power cells. Oh, that's fine. Build this one, makes more power cells, and this one exclusively make power cells in this one. Alright, let's see here. Let's give him some light finally. Give them light by where they eat. I'll put some light by their workstations. Put some light over here by all the food items so we can see down the hallway of food. I'll put, they're not even going to be even. I'm just putting them wherever I feel is a good spot for a little bit of light. And if you have OCD, now's the time to shine. But I'm letting mine take the back seat. So for right about here. Perfect. What's going on outside my walls? I'm not paying attention again. Yeah, somebody dying again? Probably. Where are they being attacked from? Oh. Nobody's being attacked. Okay. Well. Hunt and hunt and hunt. Is that all 9 of them now? All 9 of them. Oh yeah. Thing's gonna be dying fast now. Alright, get stuck in my traps, little bugs. It was a massacre. Ooh, the flames are burning them. Okay, so now it's time for me to draft everybody, and I'm going to run them all this way. Except for Raka. Raka, my guy, you going this way. You gonna hang out over here. Okay? Okay. get all of these, move to the other side there. Rocket should be good over here. So I'm gonna move him over that way. I'm gonna move these guys in, give them some action, undraft. Where's Rocket? Undraft. Ken's still on his way over. Undraft Ken. Okay, now that that's complete, go ahead and select all of this and deselect them. Deselect all of them. Besides that one, because it's in the way. There's nothing I can do about that one. But I think that's all of them. And what are these destroyed devices they're talking about? A flamethrower and a flamethrower. With all that came after us, I'm surprised that that was all that got hurt. Yeah. 100% surprise. Okay. Once I get some more scrap, we'll finish off the rest of these traps. Get them built. And then after that, I think I'm going to do what I had planned next, which was getting all the traps and stuff. But more or less, I'm going to be kind of replicating this for my survival series. Maybe just a little bit more condensed with everything that I learned. I might have the compound first, and then have a series of traps. And then on like parts, but have various parts of the farm, and have a section for some animals once it gets progressed enough. But yeah, I'm gonna try and find a good seed for that. Just go ahead and speed up time. "47 minutes, nice. Getting stuff done. Got all our lights turned on too. Well, most of our lights turned on. Now they won't complain about, not having light. It's just another bonus for them. Is my roof done? Oh, my roof's done. Housing. Roof. Solar. Yes. Alright, let me see. What was I saying about the gap? We'll leave like a 5 gap. Or a 6 gap. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a 15, huh? Okay. How do I rotate this here roof? Bam. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. 3, 4, 5. Alright, which means I've got to cancel this section here. The reason I'm going to be so, OCD about this part of the roof is I can still utilize this space up here for a couple things. Like, it can give me room to put some more turrets and stuff up here. Now, again, this is kind of, I'm still going to be following the my plan for the survival series, where I just go and see how long I can play. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an entire playthrough on that, like I said. Hold on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do an entire walkthrough on that one. Why does that look weird? But I might like put the highlights. Like, will I make it to this year? And then do a short video of I made it to this year. I don't know yet. Let me know in the comment sections what you guys would like to see. Would you like to see something like this as a survival series, but instead, you know, we don't do any utilization of the autosave feature? What happens happens. And we try and do the playthrough that way. Or just see how long I can keep them alive. But look at all of that roof already prepped and ready to go. Can't wait until I see what my daytime is. It's about to happen too. So I think we were just about 2,000. And now, with just what we have here, we just broke 2K. Alright, so I think we were at like, what, 16 or 1700 then? Maybe 1800? I'll know more as soon as he gets up there and starts building. Not her, but Raka. Just watching it going up 5 at a time. That's a great thing to see. I love seeing my production going up through, literally through the roof. He's just getting it done. Go, Raka, go. He's gonna have this done really quickly. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to go kill another nest. I say unfortunately, but we're gonna kill them all off anyway, so hunt those bugs and give me those 500. Actually, I'm gonna need some more because I plan on making the landing pads. Here we go, is a perfect one. I plan on making the landing pads out of carbon nanotube flooring. Oh, it's got 17 on it. Nice. So yeah, now's the time to go hunt the bugs. I'm gonna go find all the nests. I'm taking all the spoils. Now it's gonna be slow going as my people, they don't know the meaning of the word hustle. But we'll get them killed. A nice grouping of nests over here. Ooh, I gotta kill this nest as well before my people will go up there and harvest that one. Okay. Another nest. And there we go. I think that's all the nests. Yep, that's all the nests. Sweet. Go ahead and speed up time. Actually, I think there's like another one around here somewhere. Try and find it real fast. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's all of them then. And then after I kill all of the critters from one area, make sure to deselect them for harvesting. And by them, I mean the bugs. We want the nanotubes. We want those all day. Oh, I already have beef fairies left. What are these? Cancel orders on those. Deselect that for butchering. Oh, that needs to get hunted. What's going on? Okay, they're finally over here. Oh, they're just all spread out everywhere. Leaving all this free for my people to come up and take what they want. I just gotta remember to speed time up from time to time because it likes to slow itself down, especially when you're in conflict. Huh? What did I just do? Yeah, the insufficient storage space, I'm assuming, is all the raw meat. Oh no, they're over here butchering already. Yeah. Oh well. What about over here? No, I think I already disabled all the other ones in time, so they should just get to harvesting and moving it all over. I'll take a look at my power. 3,000. Nice. And with that, we have the orbital radio, which I'm going to put right here. We have the security signal, but that's all we have time for here today, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day or night. You guys take care, you stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next episode, which might be the last one. It's going to be the next one of the two. Oh yeah, if we're going to get it done here though. But take care, you guys. Later.